Hello everyone, Not As Fan here, continuing on with the Joe Broadway My Player Series in MLB 2K10. Joe and the San Francisco Giants have just beaten the Cardinals in 3 games, and they move on to an NLCS Championship Series against the Philadelphia Phillies. So Joe starts this his part of the NLCS by grounding out in his first at bat, and they're already down in a 2-0 hole here as he makes a play at short. So coming up and trying to get into that lead a little bit that Philly has, but here's a ground out to Howard. Look at how skinny Howard is there, by the way. Fielder, Howard, a lot of these guys that are bigger guys are awfully skinny in this game the way they're depicted. So anyway, Joe making another play at short, and that's another out, holding it at 2-0 here. But as we go on, it's 2-1 now in the 7th when Joe comes up and lines a single, finally getting his first hit of the NLCS here. And hoping to start a 7th inning rally here. Unfortunately, that does not happen, so we go to the bottom of the 7th, and Joe does not get a chance to play that ball as the pitcher makes a great stab. And here we go with a clutch moment in the 9th, down 2-1.
Away from the double play ball, it'd be an absolute
shot towards the hole. And he scores, and we are tied.
Well, they could taste the victory. They could taste the post-game spread. Great pitching.
So Joe has tied up the game at 2 with that huge hit in the 9th, and here he comes again in the 11th, hoping to do some more damage and put his team up ahead. That ball's to the gap, but a great catch in center. Running catch from the center fielder, and it's not to be. So as the game sims out, you see Philly wins it 4-2 in extra innings before I get another chance at bat. So unfortunate, but that's the way it ends.
And we've got Broadway up. And Steve, as we get going into this ball game, what do you see from the Phillies for this one?
So Joe comes up on to bat for the start game 2 here, and the Giants have a 1-0 lead in the first as he waves at this pitch. So Joe down on strikes in his first at bat, and he'll take it out to the field here with a 1-0 lead in the third for the Giants. A routine pop up here as Joe waits for it to come down, and that he does. So there he records the out, and now his second at bat, still 1-0 Giants, and he hits this ball hard to right, and that ball will fall in front of the right fielder for a base hit, putting people on first and second. So his first hit of the game here comes in the 4th. Now to the 6th, and it's 2-0 Giants. With Joe another shot here, he hits this ball deep to right, but not deep enough. Right fielder ranges over and catches that rather routinely. So 3-1 now in the 8th as Joe gets one more shot at it here. Deep fly ball to right, hooking towards the line, and the fielder giving a shot at it, but that ball's in the stands, foul. So Joe's got to come back and straighten one out here. So on a 1-1 count, he'll take this pitch grounded to short for an easy play there. Ground out to shortstop. So Joe individually only gets 1 hit, but the Giants do win to even the series at 1. So back to San Fran we go for game 3, and the Phillies get a 1-0 lead early as Joe starts off where he left off in Philly by grounding out here, this time to the second baseman. We come around to the 4th, still a 1-0 Phillies lead when this ball is skied high to left field, but no chance of causing damage here as the left fielder takes that one in with no problems. Can of corn. So 4-0 Phillies now in the 6th as Joe hits this ball a ton to right center, and that one's going to clear the fence, folks. That's another Broadway bomb, 445 feet in the 4th of the postseason. It's not the preseason. So 4th of the postseason for Joe, and it was an absolutely towering blast to right center as he rounds the bases. That's another home run for Joe Broadway, folks, but they've got a long way to go to come back. So 4-1 in the 8th, he gets a chance to possibly do it again, this time with a runner on, and they're going to throw at him a little bit, and Joe does not take kindly to that. So the 1-1 pitch, he crushes to left. Could it be out for the second homer of the day? Nah, I don't think this one's going to have quite enough juice, as it's taken just ahead of the warning track. So Joe says, "What's up, man? I'm the only offense here." And we end up losing this game 4-1. So Philly has a 2-1 lead in the series, and we go to game 4 now. And once again, Joe's grounding out. So he hit the bomb in the last game, but he is struggling quite a bit in this NLCS to make good things. But this ball is gonna get out, I do believe. There's a leap. And nope, he's not going to get it. That's a 2-run homer. This one only going 399 feet, but it's his 5th on the postseason. As he rounds the bases here, that's a 2-run jack. Another Broadway bomb. So here he comes, and we all know Joe takes a while to get around the bases, so fans go get a hot dog and a soda, and they're back, and Joe's cross home plate. All right, so just in case you didn't miss it, here's the replay. I don't think you missed it, but Joe would love you to watch the replay. Towering shot into the night sky here in San Fran. As you see this moonshot coming down, it really didn't, well, it did clear the wall by quite a bit, I guess, looking at the replay. So 5-4 Philly here, as Joe makes a nice semi-leaping play there as that ball was headed to center. But he makes the play, keeps it 5-4. Here he digs this one out at his shoelaces and is able to deposit it into left field for a hit. So trying to get this comeback coming here. And they're only down by 1 in the 6th. So on the base pass, Joe here will try to get to second, and he breaks up a double play chance here, allowing the guy to get to first here. So instead of having 2 outs, only 1, but they do not score in that inning. So Joe coming up yet again, and a nice play by the center fielder, making a great catch there. As you see, as it's simmed out, Philly gets even more runs, and this game ends up an 8-4 victory for Philadelphia. So things looking really ugly for the Giants as they're down 3-1 and on the verge of being dumped out of the playoffs here in the NLCS. As you see, we pick up the action in the 6th inning here. Giants actually have a 7-4 lead, hoping to extend this series. And Broadway now on second here, hoping to, as you see, it pushes to 8-4 here now in the 6th. And that ball hit hard right up the middle. He's going to give it a shot coming around here. This ball is not going to get him. Head first slide, and he scores to make it 10-4 Giants. So it's looking like they will get their 2nd win in the series and prolong the series at least 1 more game, as Joe comes up and gets yet 1 more hit here in this ball game. So the Giants doing some work today, and they are not in the mood to be eliminated here. That's for sure. As you see Joe swipe a base at second. So game sim is out. That is a 10-4 win for the Giants, and they will live to play another day.
Impressive 3 RBI game today. Keep hitting the ball hard and driving those runners home.
So we'll take this opportunity to power Joe up a little bit here, as you see an 84 overall, and there we go, we've crossed the threshold into 85 overall, and that actually triggers a achievement here called the Truth. And a lot of things happen, I think, once you hit the 85 level milestone.
Your back is up against a wall in this National League Championship Series. Swing at good pitches and do everything you can to keep your team in it.
So there you have it. Our backs are against the wall. We're back in Philly for Game 6, and we're going to have to win 2 games here on the road if we want to get to the World Series. And Joe hitting into a double play right off the bat here is not a good omen here. So you go to his at bat in the 3rd. Still no score. He's able to drive that one through the hole there on the left side and get himself on base. I talked about that 85 level. That's something we'll talk about at a future time here. Probably more so when we get to the offseason about what you can do when you get to that level. So here Joe advances to second on the ground out, and a nice play by the second baseman. So nothing comes of that inning, and you see the bottom of the 3rd, Joe throwing somebody out himself. So he'll come to the plate here in the 5th. We are still in a scoreless deadlock here. And this pitch outside gives it a 1-1 count, and they go ahead and just decide to walk him with a runner on 3rd instead of giving it a chance at an RBI there. So they pitched him carefully, and when he wouldn't bite, they pitched around him and walked him. So here's a ball hit out to center, and he's able to take 3rd on that. So 1-0 Giants lead now, and Joe doing some more work out in the field. Didn't have to range too far for that one, but does throw the runner out. So still 1-0 when he comes up in the 7th. And this ball hit hard, but right back at the pitcher. Nice reactions to get the glove on that, and Joe is out. So now a 2-0 lead for the Giants in the 7th. They're hoping to hold this and force a Game 7 right here in Philly. Making routine plays and trying to make sure that happens here is Mr. Broadway at short. So 2-1 now, a very close game in the 9th. This ball again hit right back at the pitcher, but this time he has none of getting that glove out. He's just protecting himself, trying not to get hit right in the face, and so that ball ends up in center for a base hit. So you got first and second with nobody out, and this ball's hit to the gap, and they're going to run for a while here as that ball's just being played at the fence now. Joe never stopping. He's going to come on home on that high throw. Not able to get him. Joe's pumped about that because they've just opened up their lead to 4-1 here. Now somehow Philly ties the game in the 9th, and the Giants go ahead in the 10th, 6-4. That's all happening when we sim here. But Joe able to get another hit. He's gonna try to go for 2 there, and that was pretty ridiculous as he's out by a mile. But trying to force a bad throw, I guess, and get another insurance run. But as we sim out here, some crazy things happened while we were simming there. Not able to show you that because, well, we were simming.
Out there. How about that? 3 hits. That's doing your job at the plate.
So Joe doing everything in his power here to get the Giants back into the World Series.
Game 7 of the NLCS. You are 1 win away from the World Series. Go out and make some big plays today. Good luck out there.
You heard the man. What could be better than Game 7 of the NLCS, especially when you were down 3-1 at one point? So first at bat, kind of a weird hop throw by the pitcher there, but Joe once again starts a game by getting himself doubled up here, possibly trying a little too hard. Next at bat, you'll see Joe actually holds up on the swing. I think it's the first time playing this whole series I've seen a checked swing call, and here you see strike 3 dropped in the dirt, so they've got to throw me out, but it's a strikeout nonetheless. So an 0-for-2 start to Game 7. Would like things to be going better. However, the Giants do have a 3-1 lead, and here he finally breaks through for a hit. Runner thinks about coming to the plate, but wisely holds up, and we have the bases loaded here. So 3-1, we got a chance to do some damage, but they get out of that. So here we are in the 6th, trying to protect the 3-1 lead and get ourselves to the World Series. Boy, what a nice comeback it'd be. 3-1. I run that guy back to second to make sure he's not going to take off on me, and then get the runner at first for the first out. So we get out of that. It is now 4-1 Giants in the 7th, and I've got a guy on first, and I'm going to crush this ball to right center, and that ball is going to get up over the fence, 426 feet. So Joe back on the board with another Broadway blast. He's 6th of the postseason, and none bigger than doing it in Game 7 of the NLCS. So as he slowly trots those bases, as he always likes to do, there he is coming home finally. You will see a replay on this as Joe is able to get a homer after a slow start in Game 7. He collects a couple hits, including this shot to right center, out to the bullpens, as you'll see a land in the Phillies bullpen. And we got 6-1 in the 9th with a chance to do it again. He hits the ball very hard, but the right fielder is there to get it with a nice catch. So 6-1 it is in the 9th. So a little bit of simming here, and that's it. The Giants have made a big improbable comeback and advanced to the World Series for the 2nd year in a row. So how about that? We're able to get some more points here to the attributes. As you'll see, we'll work those in here. I believe we'll stay at an 85 overall. But that's it. We have advanced to the World Series, and now it's to see who advances between the Yankees and the Rays. Who will it be, the opponent? It's going to be Tampa. Come on back for the World Series, folks.